Hi there, if you want to learn how to create sound effects, then you're in the right place. In this video, I'll be showing you how to create a mid-side decoder all inside of Reaper using their own native tools. All right, so recently I bought a pair of mid-side microphones and I want to figure out how to kind of put it into Reaper here. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to start from scratch to show you the template that I use for just being able to drag and drop my files directly in and be able to hear them in a mid-side decoded way so that you can adjust the stereo width and just hear everything as it was meant to be heard and recorded. So the first thing I'm going to do here is we're going to have two tracks. You're going to have here, you can have your mid. And here I'm just going to label it as my side. Okay, and I'm going to import a file here just so we can see what we're working with here. All right, so these are two mono files. You can see here my top one is my mid microphone. The bottom one here is my side, my figure 8 microphone. And so what you would normally do here is you could duplicate this, pan one right and left, and then invert the phase here, and that would kind of get you where you want to go. But I don't want to do that because I'll show you a bit later why in the video, but because it's a destructive way of doing it. I don't want to do it in a destructive way. I want to be able to keep the files as they are so that at any time I can just have them ready the way they were recorded or edit them the way they are right now. So instead, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put both of these tracks inside a subtrack. So now they're inside the subtracks here. All right, and for this one here, I'm actually going to create two tracks here. And one of them is going to go to the left, and the other one here is going to go to the right. And I'm going to grab the routing here and I'm going to put it here and the other one here. And then the next thing I want to do here is I want to make sure I turn this one off so that we don't actually hear it. What we're going to hear is the sound of it going through these two channels here. So now if I'm going to mute the top one if I play it now. You can hear the rain is just a duplicate on both of these tracks. Now what we're going to do here, just to check, just to make sure that these are routed properly, I'm going to invert the phase on one of them. And you should hear nothing, which is great. That means that it is properly routed. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pan one right and one left. Make sure it's all at 100%. And that is what it sounds like. And if we look here at the sound field down here, you can see it's panned right and left. There's nothing in the middle. So that's perfect. So now when we bring this one back in, now you can see we have a full stereo field. And this is basically it right here. You could leave it at that if you wanted to. Now I like to go a little bit further than that because I do a little bit more for my template. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab everything here. I'm going to put everything on a subtrack so that I can grab everything if I wanted to and just move it just quickly and easily. This is using NVK folder items here from NVK Workflow 2. All right, the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to grab these two, move those into its own track here. So this will be my stereo version here. So there we go. All right, and this is it. So the reason I do this is there's a few reasons. One is that now what I can do is if I want to export or rename specific parts of my track, I can do that individually. I don't have to, I can do everything together if I want to. For example, here, I can name this, test rain MS. There you go. Now that one is, I can export that, let's say, as, and it's going to grab everything and export everything together because it's going to grab everything under that folder. The other thing I could do is I could just do the mid signal here. So I could just say, my mid here, and this is going to be mono. Oop. And make sure I grab just this one. There you go. And then I could also just grab my sides. And this would be stereo now. There you go. So now I can export 3 separate files if I wanted to, if I need to have them separately. If I want everything baked into one, I can do that with just the top level one. If I want just the mid side, I can do that. Just the sides, I can do that. Right? So I have a lot more flexibility in what I'm doing here. So that's why I do that like that. Right, so this is, like I said, this is a non-destructive way of doing it. Again, another reason why you might want to do it this way is that now I can add plugins on specific parts of my sound if I wanted to or needed to treat my sound in a certain way. So if I just want to do stuff on the mid, I can do it on either of these 2 tracks. If I wanted to go on the bus, now obviously there's only one, so I could just do it on the one here. But I could do that there. For here, if I want it on the sides, I could do that here. Or if I just want a plugin specifically on the left or on the right, I can do that here or on both for the stereo here without destroying or touching this file here, right? So yeah, the whole idea behind this is that it's non-destructive. You're not touching the original recordings, and that you can add stuff, whatever processing to what you already have there. So this is it. This is pretty much it. So now what I do here, what I would do here is I would go and save as track as template, which I already have here. You can see here I already have it MS Decode template there for my sound effects. So there you go. All right, so that was a quick video. I hope you found it useful and valuable. And if you have any comments, questions, leave it down below. I'll do my best to answer them. And if not, see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.